All right. So we are presently looking at the Monarch Braille device. It is connected right now with an HDMI screen. So in a public school setting where you have a student who's reading Braille, you may have a challenge of deciphering what they're looking at, what are they reading, what are they working on, if their hands are all over the Braille display. With an HDMI screen, this is a 15-inch screen that actually comes with the Monarch. You can see exactly what is on the display.
Victor Reader. Braille Editor, TBRF.
So we're in the main menu. In fact, let me just show you here. So if you glance down towards the Braille, in the upper left corner, as you're looking at the Monarch, there is a 9-dot square. That 9-dot square represents the cursor or the focus area of the Monarch. If I come down one line,
Tactile Viewer.
It's displaying Tactile Viewer on the screen. It's showing Tactile Viewer here in Braille. But the Monarch is more than just a note taker. So if you look at the orange buttons that I have here, so on the left and right, we have some panning buttons that allow us to move up and down or left and right within the document. It also allows us to navigate through a menu system. Also on either side are a page up button on the left-hand side, a page down button on the right-hand side, and then below all of the Braille and just above the Braille keyboard, we have zoom out. Right now, this may not come clear to your viewers, but there's actually a sizable gap between lines of Braille. It's almost the width of my finger. So for people who are new at Braille, they may appreciate not having lines of Braille so close together. But as I zoom out,
7 lines.
It's reducing.
8 lines.
So now it says that we're in 10-line mode. So if I had a document with multiple lines, I could be displaying up to 10 lines at a time. But we wanted to look at a tactile graphic. So I'm on tactile graphic. I'm going to press the .8 key on my Braille keyboard to enter into there.
Tactile Viewer.
So this tactile viewer is already displaying. Someone already opened up a tactile graphic. It's a bar graph. So if I can actually, I'm just going to press a button to go back.
Tactile Viewer.
Open. Let's open something else.
Download. Keys off. 50 states Braille 29 font dash preview.jpg.
50 states. So this is actually going to be a map of the USA. It's going to open up on the screen and on the Braille display. Here we go.
Tactile Viewer.
So it might not look like it, but what we have here is a miniaturized version of a map of the US. You can maybe make out the faint outline of the country on the screen. Most people, when they see this for the first time, if they're unfamiliar with tactile graphics, may look at this map and not realize that it's a map. So there is a learning curve where you're learning how to decipher what you're seeing. But remember, I told you that we have zoom in and zoom out buttons. If I zoom in, I'm making the map bigger each time that I press it. I'm going to keep going until we start to see the state abbreviations inside each state. Here we go. So now I'm seeing, I'm starting to see. So we start to see the 2-character state abbreviation for each state. I can use my panning buttons to move left and right. So if I want to go down, I'm looking for Texas, even though we're in Florida right now. So I keep going and I can see it there, and then just move left or right as I need to. And now I'm on Texas. So we have our T and our X right there. But this is great not just for the tactile graphics that we can download. This can also be used with STEM subjects like maths and science, where you're going to have textbooks that include Braille and an image at the same time. So I mentioned before that this Braille display is capable of displaying 10 lines of Braille up to 32 cells wide. But your document can actually be wider than that. So if there is a tactile graphic besides some text saying refer to figure 1, the student will simply move over to that graphic, read the caption underneath the image. It's there within context of the document. How many times have you been in a classroom working with a mix of kids who are sighted and kids who are blind, and the announcement's made that we're going to start reading chapter 2? What page is chapter 2? Humor me. Let's say that it's page 37 in print. What page number will it be in Braille? 73? 67? Who knows? This depends on how big the text is and how many words are on the page. But it sure isn't going to be 37. But with Monarch, it's exactly the same. If the print page number is 37, that's the page number that the blind student will enter with Monarch. They will go to the exact spot in the book. It gets better. Let's say that you, the teacher, are out today and your substitute teacher informs the class, we're not going to be doing chapter 2 today, we're going to do something else. Now, normally, if the child's using printed Braille books, they're probably going to be out of luck. They've got to go and get whatever volume they need for chapter 3 or 4 or wherever the substitute teacher wants them to go. And they're going to have a new volume with the graphics. With Monarch, everything's going to be together, so it's a very exciting product. It's going to be launching on September 3rd of this year, so less than 2 months to go. So if you have questions about Monarch or you'd like to arrange to see one, you can either contact the American Printing House for the Blind. That would actually be my first advice. Go to aph.org. In failing that, you can contact Humanware. We'll be happy to put you in touch with the right people. Thanks so much for listening.